Hooli, am I right?
Surely. I think we're live. I think
This is
I
live.
think live caught it. I
That
never
was so
know.
funny.
There used to be a pop-up.
I know it's live. Yeah, I got it.
All right, we're good. Oh, we're live. We are live. Welcome to the West Coast Draft Podcast. Yeah, we did this last night. You get it. You get it. We're back.
The memes from after the Sugar Bowl were so funny. The like Michael Penix wearing a do rag, shouting out to free his guys. Elite, free Hooli.
There's
Um,
a
I
lot
remember
of
people brought free Hooli signs to the Natty.
oh gosh. A lot of people didn't even realize that Penix wore a do-rag before
Well, I remember like some old guy was posting on Dog Man back when I paid for that dog shit. Um, yeah, the guy who runs it blocked me on Twitter.
ah
He's an ass. They're horrible. They are always so late to things. But he posted like some guy old guy posted like, "What's he hiding under this?" And it's like, and it's a do rag, a picture of his do rag, and it's like, little folded back in the back, and someone like replied like, "The most immaculate waves you've ever seen."
you know,
Penix had such an elite aesthetic, man.
yeah. Funny thing about Penix.
What?
And he's the thumbnail, by the way, for all y'all that are joining. That's why we're talking about him. Not even Penix himself, but like the Falcons. They're by far the most featured team on the West Coast Draft podcast in season thumbnails.
Wow.
Because we got Drake London in week
Simmons.
two. Kirk Cut, no, not Justin Simmons. No, we never had Justin Simmons in there. We had Drake London in week two. We had Kirko in week five, and now we got Penix in week 15.
Nice.
So,
Shout
dang.
out to our boy. But
Yeah,
speaking of
shout.
aesthetics, someone proposed an interesting uniform uh, for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And honestly, I think they'd go pretty hard. You probably wouldn't be able to make it look this ornate, but like a
No,
purple Advent alternate would look pretty cool.
it would look good. It would look good. Honestly, yeah, the Notre Dame should have a purple alternate
Now that we're
somewhere.
playing more and more games in December,
Yeah, yeah, I think Notre Dame should get a purple alternate.
hey, purple and gold look good together. And then something funny as us Rizzler fans, I saw this on my Twitter homepage. I can a bunch of symbolism conspiracy about the Rizzler, and it made me think of that LeBron James meme of his like like pregame ritual with all the satanic signs in it. Have you seen that one?
I
Oh,
think I
it's
have,
so
yeah.
funny. It's so funny. It's like Bahamut chest bump 666 expelling the dark energy. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. It's so funny. Just so yeah, that's all I have to say about that. These things make me laugh so much. Rizzler's controlling the world, man. Rizzler controls the world.
Yep, he's doing it. He's doing it.
And
Unfortunately,
I'm all for it.
shout out the Rizzler, man. You see, he's dropping bars now too.
Yeah, I didn't check that out.
Oh
I
gosh,
just
man,
know him
he's
as the Rizzler, who's their panther dressed in black. When I give your girl the wrist face, there's no chance she's got me back. I hang with Big Justice and Big AJ.
AJ and Big Justice.
Justice something something something. We're like the three evolutions of Pokemon.
That one's so good.
It is.
Um,
But let's get into the real reason we're here.
I'm a Steeler. Terry Bradshaw on the Santa one. Oh gosh, yeah. All right, but we're here to talk about the NFL. And more specifically, we're here to talk about the greatest franchise to ever play the sport of football, the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right.
Keep
Daniel's
hope
not here.
alive. Hope's
Keep
alive.
him alive. Keep him
So I was at
alive.
the casino today, and I to make my parlay for the first round of
Yeah.
college
I was
football.
gonna say, like, wait a second, you're in the state of Washington. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, no, you gotta be at the casino, but you can still use
Yeah.
the app when you're there. And I
Oh,
played
that's
some
good.
craps, came up
Oh,
$65. So had a good day. Had a good
not a
day.
bad day.
Um, but I thought I had placed minus 2.5 on the Chargers for $5. It was only $5, $25 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Turns out I put five on the Broncos. So
Ah,
whoops. But
whoopsie. Hey,
five
for a while
dollars.
there, it was looking good. For a while there, you were like, oh, look, I
Well, the
accidentally
whole
made
time
money.
I thought I put it on the Chargers, and then I look after the
Yeah.
game. I was like, what?
Uh, bummer. That would be
But
annoying.
It is. I'm not too hung up about that. I feel good about my picks for the weekend. So I got Notre Dame +7, Penn State +8.5, Clemson +12, Tennessee +7.5. Parlay $5 to 160. I feel good about those.
Yeah, no, I feel good about pretty much all of those. I mean, again, I think one thing I heard Isaiah Bond might not be playing for Texas,
Well,
so
that's
that's
good
making
news
me
for me.
yeah, I know that's making me regret my Texas pick a little bit right now. But hey, can't back off on it now. Can't back off on it now. Carson Beck out for the season.
Oh, really?
Is
What
he
he hurt?
declaring for the is his shoulder?
He's declaring.
No, that he hasn't announced if he's
He
declaring yet. That's why
shouldn't.
I'm like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Does he need
Uh,
surgery?
yes, yeah.
And they still put him in for that last snap. That's wild.
They have no faith in
God
Peter
damn it.
Masada, I
Oregon
guess.
Oregon's getting the luckiest breaks ever.
Is Oregon? I don't even think Oregon's on the same side of the bracket as Georgia.
Okay, never mind then.
No, I think yeah, because Georgia's two, Oregon's one, so they wouldn't be on the same side of the bracket. So not this time, partner.
Oregon must fall.
But I know what you're saying. I mean that that takes one, unless
Um,
the legend of Gunnar Stockton's about to start.
honestly, can't be much worse than Beck was.
No, it cannot be, honestly. Um, but we're here to talk about NFL action. Do
The
we talk
greatest
about? I
quarterback,
guess. Oh, we did. We
Dorian
didn't talk
Thompson
about
Robinson.
Tori Thompson Robinson. We didn't talk about Week 14 games at all. Do we want to break these down at all? Because we didn't do
Oh
an NFL
yeah,
pod last week.
yeah, yeah. Why not?
Let's talk Seahawks. Let's talk Seahawks. Oh, we won't talk about every game. Let's talk about Seahawks Cardinals though,
Oh, that
because
was
we
a
were there.
blast. That was a
Great game.
blast.
Great game.
Two.
Great environment.
I analyzed the tape. I actually now believe that it was not the Ernest Jones pick wasn't a bad pick. Ernest Jones made a really good play flipping his hips and fooled Kyler Murray. However, the Kobe Bryant pick was pretty bad. That was a
Yeah.
bad one. Kyler hung that one.
Yeah,
Seahawks
that one I
offense.
don't know if it was a bad decision, but it was a bad throw.
It was a bad throw. Yeah, absolutely. Because honestly he had him. Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant came out of nowhere to pick it. Um, from our view, it does not look like that in the broadcast at all. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, it was just a bad throw. He hung it. Um, offense played great in the first half, slowed down a bit in the second half, but didn't need much. But yeah, it was a really fun game. Of course, there was kicking goofs from
Mhm.
the Cardinals, as happens. Told you
Mhm.
guys many moons ago that I was like, I have zero worry about this game. You were saying the Cardinals were going to sweep the Seahawks preseason.
I don't remember that. That was so long ago at this point.
You were high on the
Um,
cards. You were quite high on the cards. But yeah, that was an awesome
yeah.
win.
Yeah. Good stuff. Card 7-7, by the way. So, we'll talk about that and get to it.
Bills
The
Rams crazy.
Niners firmly in the NFC West basement at the moment. Fun fact,
Love to see it.
because let's see, and when I say firmly, I mean by 2 games, because I think 6-8, 8-6, 8-6, 7-7, 6-8, 2 games separating first and last place in the NFC West at the moment. However, the Niners got swept by the Rams, split with the Seahawks, and our own one against the Cardinals, so they're going to lose basically every single tiebreaker. So
Yeah.
they've essentially been eliminated from NFC West contention.
Put a fork in them.
Yep. And they're probably not going to be able to get back in the. Yeah, they're not going to be able.
No, no.
No, they're not
If
going
the
to be able to go
Seahawks
back in
can't
the
win the
wild
wild
card.
card,
No.
Niners
The
are in.
the wild card, that last wild card is basically down to the Seahawks and Commanders slash Rams, whoever doesn't win the West.
Yeah.
So, Bengals Cowboys, weird shit, which is going to be a consistent theme with the Bengals games we talk about this
Simpsons
week.
game.
The Simpsons game. Hey, you know what though? This whole season, weird shit has gone against the Bengals. For 2 weeks in a row, it's gone towards the Bengals, and I like that. Well, I guess Jordan Battle fumbling the football out of the back of the end zone is not going in favor of the Bengals, but still, we won anyways. Yeah, I don't know. We beat the Cowboys in Dallas for the first time since 2003, I think it was 2004, some crazy number, 2002, early 2000s. First win, not even first win in Dallas, first win over the Cowboys. It's been over 20 years since the Bengals beat the Cowboys. They finally did it, so good on them. Needed it
That was
firmly
so funny.
in the
That
hunt.
blocked punt.
Yeah, that's so wild. It's such a cow, and the fact that it's not even the first time it's happened to a Mike McCarthy coach Cowboys team, like that's something that should never happen, and it's happened twice to Mike
To
McCarthy.
the special teams guru,
Yeah,
Fossil.
yeah. So genius, genius. Great job, Mike. Great job, Michael. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. None of these other games really scream at me as things we have to talk about. Shit, Chiefs got lucky against the Chargers again. I'll say that. Oh, Rams Bills, incredible game.
That
Um,
was I wish we could have watched it live, but it was
yeah,
still cool to watch the highlights.
yeah.
It's like,
Let's see.
really, Bills, you can't help us out here? Come on.
Let's see. Anything else stand out here? Carolina hung with Philly, almost won there at the end.
Yeah.
Nothing much else here. Yeah. Daniel would probably want to. Oh no, I think Daniel did get a
No, we
chance to
did.
talk
We
about
talked
this
about
game.
that
Yeah, he had a
in
chance to
person.
talk about it. That's right. That's right. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Okay. I was like, did we do a pod that week? Oh yeah, that was the in-person pod. That's why I can't remember it. The live pod. All right. Then getting into week 15 then. And that started with a game that
In pouring
everyone
rain.
loved. The great game featured
Brock Purdy
many
stunk.
touchdowns. Yeah, no. He's not looking great in a
And
contract
he's
year.
still gonna get a fat note.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's gonna get a big deal.
I said he wouldn't take 50 mil.
Wouldn't take 50 mil.
Yeah. Wants
Isn't
60.
that what Tua got? Isn't Tua's
He wants
50 mil?
60.
He wants 60 mil. I don't even think Dak's making 60 mil. And he was the most recent
I
guy to
hope
get
they give it
extended.
to him.
Yeah, right? Honestly.
I'd give
Crazy.
60 mil to Burrow. I'd give 60 mil to
Oh,
Mahomes
easily.
Allen, but that's
I mean,
about it.
we've already gotten to the point where Burrow's contract, which was signed less than 2 years ago, is a bargain.
Oh yeah.
That's how crazy the NFL's like just their
Free agency
inflation.
machine.
The
Cap
cap
space go
machine.
Burr.
Yeah, cap space go Burr, exactly. So yeah, shoot 60 mil easy. I'd give them that, but they don't need to because they signed him. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to give all that money to Jamar instead because they stupidly didn't sign him this offseason, but cross that bridge when we get to it.
Two-way
Um,
road though.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. San Francisco cooked, LA back in it for the NFC West. It looks like it
Division
might be.
leaders.
I know we talked about the Cardinal Seahawks game that we went to as potential NFC West championship. It's likely going to be Rams Seahawks in
We might
LA.
have a better crowd there than at home.
Yeah, maybe. Probably, honestly. Rams Seahawks in LA, week 18 for the
Let's talk
NFC
about my
West.
favorite quarterback, Dorian Thompson Robinson. Did James get benched? I missed that.
He did get benched. Yeah, he was horrible in this game. He had 4 turnovers, I think.
What a shame.
Yep, it's done. He's done. The Legend of Jameis ended already.
Let's talk about your game.
All right. Your other favorite quarterback, Will Levis.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny? Actually, and I know I sent this to you in the chat, but I was just ranking all of the quarterbacks who have seen significant action against the Bengals in 2024 so far. Just ranking them all. Two of the quarterbacks in the just retire tier were two of your draft crushes from 2023, Will Levis and
Oh
Dorian
god.
Thompson
Oh
Robinson.
god.
So I
I
won't
wouldn't
victory
say
lap you on
DTR
that.
was a draft crush, but he's a guy I was like, take a flyer.
All right. Well, it should have burned the flyer.
I was running that one.
Hey, but you know what? I might be jinxing myself because the Browns play the Bengals this week and DTR starting. So I don't want to jinx myself on that one. But anyways, Bengals Titans. This game not as close as the final score indicated. They were up by 17 and then 24 and then almost 24 again. Almost 28 actually because or 20 or 30 something. I don't even know. When Jordan Battle fumbled the football out of the back of the end zone. So basically Bengals were very much in control of this game from like the middle second quarter on. Um, it was not pretty necessarily the whole way. They did have four turnovers along the way. Burrow threw two interceptions, his first multi-interception game of the season. The first one, he was getting hit, thrown off his back foot, forced into triple coverage. It was just him trying to do too much. It was a bad throw.
Hmm.
The second one, he was getting hit, just pressure up the middle. He just threw up, chucked it up to Jamar. Hope Jamar could come down with contested catch, and he didn't. It was a pick instead. So I'm not even really mad about that one. I actually ended up setting up the pick six because it basically acted as an arm punt. Um, so that's the first two turnover game, and then obviously there's the Tavondre Sweat stiff arm of Alex Kappa. That was a third turnover, and then there was the Jordan Battle fumbling the
That
ball
that
out of the
that
back of
stiff
the end
arm was
zone.
pretty funny though.
It was. Oh no. I mean, I was pissed about it in the moment, but when you watch the highlight later after you know the result of the game, you're like, that's pretty impressive right there.
Yeah.
Um, Jordan Battle fumbling the ball out of the back of the end zone is just so fucking funny, man. Literally 65-yard fumble return TD that he would it's not even like he was celebrating or it's not even like they did the thing that Jonathan Taylor did where he like dropped it behind his back. He was literally switching arms because he felt someone on the outside like trying to like strip him, and while he was switching arms, he just dropped the ball. It's like, come on, man.
Just cover him up. Cover
Yeah,
him
just
up.
literally
Run
just
it back
high
in the
and tight.
hole.
You're on the 1 yard line. Just go high and tight. Just
Jump
go
into
high
the
and tight.
end zone.
Or jump, yeah, dive, do something, do the hold my dick. I don't know, just something.
Yeah.
So that's embarrassing. So that was the
Kobe
Bengals
Kobe
four
Bryant got
turnovers.
12 grand fine for that.
Yeah. So those are the Bengals four turnovers. Luckily, the Titans had six of their own, five interceptions. I think no, it was four interceptions and two fumbles. Should have been two defensive touchdowns.
Seeing the
Only
amount
ended up
of
being one.
turnovers in that game is really funny.
But yeah, it was 10 turnovers and 26 penalties. Like
Oh
truly one of the
God.
if you look at turnovers and penalties as the like metric for sloppy football, it was one of the sloppiest games of football in NFL history. Just from a pure like quantity of turnovers and penalties combined standpoint. I don't know if it's the most, but it was high. 10 combined turnovers, 36 or 26 combined penalties. Just absolutely abysmal. Obviously that's not going to be good enough to beat most teams. It was good enough to beat the Titans though. So escape the win. I wouldn't actually necessarily say escape because again they were pretty in control of this game from the
Yeah.
mid second quarter on, but it just looked ugly. And then there's a controversy over Burrow getting heated on the sideline after the last touchdown, which funny enough they're up 17 at this point. Um, he was yelling at Zach Taylor, and you could read his lips, and he was, and Zach was basically trying to be like, "Hey, it's fine." 'Cause what happened was Burrow, they get the touchdown. Burrow walks over to the sideline, spikes a water bottle. Zach can see he's pissed, so he walks
It's
over and
it's
he's like,
because he
"Hey,
can't
man,
hold water bottles well though. So.
yeah, that's well." The funny thing is, I saw a tweet that was like, "This season started with Burrow not being able to hold a water bottle, and now he's able to spike it into the third circle of hell. We've made it."
Yes.
Like that thing did like that thing looked like it
No, I didn't see
popped.
that clip. That's awesome.
Oh man. So he's all pissed off, and you can read his lips. Zach's being like, "Hey man, wait, it wasn't pretty, but we got out of here with a win, and that's what matters." And Burrow's basically, and you can see him reading his laps. He's like, "No, fuck that. We suck today. We suck today.
Yeah.
We're 6 and fucking 8." Like you can read his lips. He's saying it, and they asked him
You
about
gotta
it in the
fire Zach. God damn.
I will
Burrow's
say
right.
though,
Burrow's
I don't
right.
know. I mean, I get it. I get it. I honestly do get it from both sides because Burrow's like just a rare competitor in that the hey, a win's a win just doesn't apply. Like I've never seen a guy more depressed after a five touchdown game than Burrow was after the Raiders game, just because he had one pick six in there that wasn't even really his fault. He was just like not satisfied at all with the game after that. Um, and it's kind of the same with this one, where he's just like, they won, but he seemed pissed about it. Not pissed that they won, just pissed about the game in general, pissed about the season, sure, as well. So. I don't know. But I also get it from both sides because I mean Zach's kind of got a point in that discussion too that hey, a win is ultimately a win at the end of the day. And
It's hard to win in the NFL.
if ugly wins didn't count as wins, the Chiefs would not be the
It's
number one team
hard
in
to
the
win
league
in the
right now.
NFL.
Yeah. So I get it from both sides, honestly. I'm not mad at Burrow. I'm not mad at Zach. You know, there's two. Burrow's just hyper competitive,
I
which
want
I'm
that
never
kind
gonna
of
be upset
attitude out
about.
of my
I'm
kid.
never gonna be upset about that. I mean, he even said in the post game, like, hey, if you go back and like watch clips of Brady and Manning and Breeze, like all those guys were animated on the sideline. So,
I want that out of my quarterbacks.
yeah, love Joe Burrow. Love Joe Burrow. Washington, New Orleans. Washington almost blew it. Or sorry,
And New
yeah, oh yeah,
Orleans
Washington.
blew it. New Orleans blew it.
Yeah.
Missing
Well,
that two pointer.
well, yeah. I mean, well, so I mean, Washington was pretty much in control of this game
Oh
for a
yeah, they
long
were. I
time.
was
It was
pissed they had to
over,
cover. Should have
and
covered.
then New Orleans just came storming back, and then the 2 point conversion to win it. I don't like the rollouts, man. I don't the
I
boot.
hate sprint outs. That's not a rollout. That's a
It's
sprint
or
out.
sorry,
First
spring
of
out,
all,
whatever you call it.
goal. It feels like coordinators think they only have a few options on 2 point plays, and like one of them sprint outs. It's like no, stop making 2 point. And you've probably seen me tweet about this. Stop making 2 point plays gadget plays. I think that is absolutely a horrible thing to do.
You should
You
run your best play for two
run
yards.
run a man beater on one side, a zone beater on the other side with indicator motion. That's what you got to do. I get it that it's a compressed field, but there are plenty of options. Do you ever see Tom Brady run a sprint out on a 2 point play? No, but he also never saw a Tom Brady run a sprint out ever. But
Mhm.
I mean, it, what my logic behind it is you're already in a compressed field. Why compress it even further? And uh, you know, I get like the thinking is like, hey, we're trying to gain some space, gain some numbers, but it's like I don't think it's worth the trade off, especially because that's a doom play if it doesn't work right away. Although I believe the famous Seahawks 2 point conversion against the Packers in the NFC Championship was a sprint out where Russ had a miracle to score it. I got to confirm this real quick. But I mean, honestly, if I'm on the goal line, I'm just running mesh variants all day. I'm running mesh traffic because that's mesh is my favorite play. You know that. Call it
Mhm.
God's play. But mesh traffic's where the is a really good goal line variation, or the like within 5 yards variation, where I think people call that the gold zone, where the running back goes to the B gap rather than outside release, and that really can cause some problems. And then also off that, run some whips, then run those pylon stops. That's Julian Edelman was so good at that. Those pylon stop routes.
Mhm.
There are a lot more options than teams give themselves, I'd say. Like the Georgia Tech game, they were running swinging gate at one point. Yep, it was a sprint out. The miracle play was a sprint out. So it was a sprint out, and he was like under pressure. He scrambled, throws an absolute moon ball, and Zach Miller barely catches it and goes in for the 2 point. Jeez, vintage Russ is just absurd. Totally across his body too.
There you go,
But yeah, no.
Russ.
I hate goal line sprint outs so much.
Yeah, dumb. Just dumb. Just cut. I mean, at best, what cutting the field in half. It's just dumb.
You're
So
trying
New Orleans
to,
blew it.
you're trying to make some separation, I believe, to
Mhm.
the side the quarterback's running. You know, I just that's not what I do. I just run mesh variations all day.
Yeah. New Orleans blew it, but Washington blew it first, but New Orleans blew it worse.
Honestly,
There
what's
you
a
go.
worse
Washington blew it
play?
first. New
What's
Orleans
a
blew it
worse
worse.
play at the 1 or 2 yard line? Goal line fade
Goal line fade. Oh God, no! I can goal line fade.
or sprint out?
Horrible. No, I'd rather do a sprint out than goal line fade because I
Okay,
can see a
that's a fun
sprint out
question.
working.
Isn't that a fun
I
question?
think a sprint out, I don't like it, but I can see it working. Like when I see a sprint out, like when a 2 point conversion or just a play on the 1 or 2 yard line, I see a sprint out and I'm like, oh God, they did it. I see a goal line fade and I roll my eyes and just walk away because I know it's not going to work.
Honestly, I'd rather run a boot than a. Although, how much are they going to actually believe the play action? Yeah, that's a
Right.
question there. But I'd rather run a boot than a sprint out. Yeah, no, it's funny how goal line fades have completely disappeared because they are just probably one of the most inefficient plays in football.
Right. I mean, when does it ever work? I mean, unless you literally unless you're throwing it to
Calvin
Mike
Johnson.
Evans or Calvin Johnson, yeah,
Yeah.
it just doesn't
You
work.
just got to have a special player.
Yeah, who's also 6'4" plus.
Rome was really good at those like 10-yard goal line fades.
Right.
Oregon State.
And you know what? Sometimes the back shoulder variant, like you'll see those work
Yeah.
where they throw the back shoulder, but when you just kind of throw it towards the back of the end zone, try to get it to your guy, it's never gonna
You
work.
know who did that in the Super Bowl? Chris
Who's that?
Matthews.
Chris Matthews, that's right.
I thought he'd be good, man. I thought he'd be good outside of it. So I was excited when we signed him from the CFL that summer.
All right, should we keep moving?
Yeah, let's
Baltimore,
keep
New
moving.
York. I mean, just absolute
Snooze.
slop fest.
Snooze.
Just broke them. Giants suck. Tommy DeVito got started, obviously. Then
Now we're
Tim Boyle
getting
got in
big
there.
cock lock, baby.
Shot clock. No, no, Tim Boyle was the replacement.
Oh, he's starting this week though.
Oh, is he? Is he? Okay. Okay, there you go. I don't even really have a lot of takeaways from this one. People saying
A
Baltimore.
lot of
Oh wait,
stinkers
wait.
here.
We said we were gonna talk about this on last night's pod, and I think we touched on it. But people saying Lamar should be back in the MVP conversation after this game.
Ha!
They
Ha!
played the Giants. They played the Giants. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
get out of here with that. Okay. Snooze fest, snooze fest, snooze fest, snooze fest. I honestly, I don't find any reason to really talk about these games too much other than Mac Jones doing the Rizzler.
Maxonville made it tough, but the Jets. I don't know. Houston, Miami.
Okay, yeah, that was
Another
interesting.
my Houston hurt another player.
Yep,
So starting to see a disturbing trend there.
makes sense that. Wait, no, that was the last year. Damn it, I was gonna make a thing about Fred Warner being a dirty player.
Is D'Amico a bounty gator?
You know, take it for what you will. Mike McDonald is a defensive coach, but he's coaching dirty. Although you did say the Ravens were dirty last year, didn't you?
Ravens are super dirty. Oh my God. Roquan Smith especially. Very, very dirty.
Seahawks haven't been
Kyle
dirty this
Hamilton
year.
is. I think
Kyle
that might
Hamilton's
just be a
dirty.
Roquan Smith. Right? Yeah, yeah. It might just be a Roquan thing though. Won't surprise me. A lot of
All
those
right.
guys, especially linebackers, those old school linebackers, they got a little
Yeah.
edge to them.
All right.
I don't know.
Buffalo,
Is there anything in
Detroit.
Carolina, Dallas I want to mention real fast? No. Carolina football down to earth. Oh yeah, in Dallas saying they've won 3 of their last 4 and they're back in the playoff hunt. No, you're not. Get out of here.
Who I bet
Um,
Mike McCarthy signed that press release.
yeah, right.
Please don't fire me, Jerry.
Indy, Denver. Indy lost one of the 2 games they need to lose for the Bengals to get back into the postseason. So that's fun. The Indy was in control of this game in the first half, then just fell off because Anthony Richardson's terrible. Ben Albright compared him to a 2024 version of Tim Tebow, and I can kind of see it. I think his throwing motion's better and he has a stronger arm, but in terms of just making dumb decisions with the football consistently. Nope, that checks out. Buffalo, Detroit. Here we go. This is actually a game that I did not get to watch as much of as I would have liked to because I went to the gym on Sunday
I
afternoon
watched
for the
this. It
Bengals
was it
game.
was
So
fun.
I'll let you do the breakdown then.
So I mean, Josh Allen just went off. He was insane. I think that score was a little closer than it actually was.
Hmm.
Bills were in control the whole game. Lions caught up late. Onside kicked, pretty far down, got returned pretty deep. But like honestly, can't blame them for onside kicking that because Lions got beat the hell up. Lost 2 corners and Liam McNeil out for the year. lost Dave Montgomery. It was poor Lions, man. They got beat to hell. Bills are looking like the best team in football. Give Allen the MVP.
Hmm.
He had just one of the most absurd throws I'd ever seen before. It was like a 60-yard bomb on a rope. It was just like that's when I texted the group chat. Josh Allen's insane, and it's
Hmm.
true. It was absurd.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed. I just saw the picture of Jonte Cook in a Huskies uniform. He chose the weirdest combo. It's just the purple Husky royalty with the black pants. Why? Like what? Why? Why? Um, I swear, man. We let the kids. I'll just say this from formerly working recruiting. Let the kids, let the recruits, let the players choose what they want to use, what they want to wear in their photo shoots. Some of them have horrible choice, just
Are you
horrible
talking about the
taste.
Jonte Cook?
Yeah, Jonte Cook. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh man, yeah.
The
It's
purple
not
Husky
it's not
royalty with the
great.
black
It's not
pants.
great. It's
Ah,
not great. Still come to UW though.
yeah,
Please. That
yeah,
would be a lot of fun if you came.
yeah.
Um,
Him and
yeah.
Denzel.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Giles was great, but he never truly showed his speed. Jonte is a burner. He's a
Right.
burner.
Yeah.
That's your T Mac and Cowing. Much nowhere near as good, but comparisons there.
Hmm.
Get them on a yak guy. Oh baby.
There you go. Let's see. Pittsburgh, Philly. Philly took it
I
to
didn't
him.
catch much of this because I watched Buffalo
Yeah.
Detroit.
Pittsburgh hung with them for a while, but then Philly kind of just started to pull ahead. And I mean, their style is that they can melt the clock away. Like they got the ball. I don't remember how much time. Let me confirm because they've got drive some reason here. They got the ball back. Pittsburgh punted it to them with like, let's see, play by play, all plays. Here we go. Look at that. They got the ball back with 10:29 left in the fourth quarter, and they were able to milk the game. Absolutely insane. And it started with a false start too, at their own 3 yard line. Like just absolutely crushing Pittsburgh on ball control. So yeah, Pittsburgh felt like they had control for a while there. I mean, obviously Philly had the lead, but Pittsburgh was hanging with them really well. Close game at halftime, and then
Yeah.
ball control killed them.
Yeah, if the Lions stay banged up, the Eagles Bills. I'd be rooting for the Bills to win it all. Get your first title.
Yeah, no, me too. I don't hate the Bills.
I love
Do
Josh Allen.
not do not have anything against Buffalo. Oop, that's week 16. Hold on, let me go back now. Other game in the
I
late.
always root for a team to get their first championship.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Arizona, New
Uh,
England took care of
uh,
business.
yeah, I do what they need to do.
Chargers putting or Bucks putting 40 on the Chargers. Ooh, Mike Evans back,
Um,
baby.
yeah, Chargers were looking vulnerable for a game and a half there, but pulled it out.
All right, main event time. Seahawks just got beat straight up. Nothing special about it. First half defense stunk. They really put it together in the second half though, which is nice. Offense was horrible all game. Horrible, 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 horrible. Just awful. Just awful. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, and then Gino going down made things a lot worse. Uh, and even the fans got outclassed. The one thing I'll say is Jordan Love didn't really do much. He really didn't. He just kind of handed the ball off to Josh Jacobs a lot. Didn't need to do much. Yeah, just laid an egg and really didn't need to. So that's it. Gino looks like
Hmm.
he's gonna play, so that's good.
Yep. Yep.
Thursday night,
Monday
Monday
night.
nights.
Two Monday night games,
Vikings
neither
just took it to the
entertaining.
Bears. Rome dropped the touchdown. Bears need a total overhaul, man, of their
Yeah,
coaching.
they need Ben Johnson.
They do.
Um, yeah, don't have a lot of takeaways there. Vikings are good. the Bears aren't.
And then the
Uh,
Monday night stink fest, 15-9. Oh gosh.
Kirko got benched finally.
Woo! I'm like those Ghanaian pallbearers. Da, 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 da. I remember when like a bunch of evil ward leaders were getting COVID in like mid 2020, like Boris Johnson and Jair Bolsonaro both got COVID at like the same time. So like people were editing memes of like the pallbearers standing outside of their hospital room and stuff. Because that's when that meme got big too.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think anyone did it when Trump got COVID.
No.
I remember when they were showing the Walter Reed presidential hospital room, and it looked like straight out of the 70s. It looked so old in there. If it was like if it was like frozen in like between 85 and 95, Trump would have been so happy because that's where his brain is.
Man, I bet he loves Stranger Things.
Dude, you know what? One thing he absolutely loves,
Yeah.
and that that would is a total polar opposite to his base. He loves Broadway. Loves Broadway.
Really? I did not know that.
Oh, he loves Broadway. He talks about this all the time about
Uh,
Andrew Lloyd Webber sent me a letter. We're opening a new play called Phantom of the Opera. Like to see you there. He talks about it so much. I don't know how you don't know this.
yeah,
He
I've
talks
never.
about it all the time.
I don't watch a lot
He
of Trump speeches, I
loves Phantom
guess.
of the Opera. He plays Phantom of the Opera music everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, at
See, I'm
Mar-a-Lago, it's
just learning
always
this stuff.
blasted. No, I
That's
mean we're
hilarious.
robbed of a world where he's a Broadway critic,
Oh
has his
gosh,
own
that would have been
TV show.
so good. That would have been great content. We are robbed of that.
He loves Cats too. At the Broadway premiere of Cats, he's in the front row.
Loves the classics, I guess.
He loves 90s mega musicals, man. It's very funny because like his base think he's like oh super macho guy. It's like oh I love Phantom of the Opera when the chandelier comes down. Oh, great.
Oh
Reagan
man.
Carter's Oscar party, not hot. That's one of his famous tweets.
Not. There you go.
Bad food restaurants at Reagan Carter's Oscar party. He's just a New York like fancy lad, man. People don't
Is he
realize
fancy
that.
lad? Goodness,
Yeah.
I've never heard someone call this fancy lad before. That's funny. Definitely not Trump either. That's funny.
You know what one
All
of his
right.
favorite foods are
Yeah.
that people don't really know about? So, of course, the Big Mac, everyone knows that.
Right. Yeah.
The well done steak with ketchup, of course. But he loves plain white rice.
Hmm, interesting.
It's part of it is because he's like a total germaphobe.
Uh, huh. I didn't know he's
He
germaphobe. Huh.
loves plain. Oh yeah, he's psychotic in that. He loves plain white rice.
Huh. Interesting.
I wonder how many spies started working at DC McDonald's after he became president in 16, like foreign spies.
It's probably not hard to get a job there.
Nope.
They probably don't do a big background check at McDonald's. I don't know.
We know like there was like an index in the 90s that some guy on the internet put together that like when the White House starts ordering a lot of Domino's pizza, that's when he knows something big's gonna happen. And so they had to start like from one store. So they had to start ordering different chains from different places when something big's going down.
Different chains are different. Yeah. There you go.
All right. Denver, Los Angeles.
All right. Big game. Big game
Free
here.
kick, free kick.
Free
The
kick. The
first
free
free
kick
kick
works.
that made it since 1976.
And you know what? That's the play that swung all the momentum
It
towards the
did. It
Chargers
did.
too.
Well, when I saw that he fair caught it with that timeline, I was like, oh my gosh, they can free kick. And then that's when the broadcasters started talking about it. I was like, yes, yes, do it, do it. I want to see it. I want to see a free kick. And we got a free kick.
We did. We did.
Thank God for
Outscored
that
them.
penalty. If it weren't for that penalty, we wouldn't have gotten a free kick.
I think they outscored them 28 to Am I doing the math right there? No, 27 to
Yeah,
3
yeah, yep. There
after
you go. After
right
half.
before the free kick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, before
27
the
to
free
3.
kick.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
24
just
to
love a
3.
free kick, man. Nothing like it.
Yeah.
It's just
So,
such a goofy, weird rule in football. And it's just great.
yeah. It's one of those things that I mean, and I feel like every time I've seen it actually utilized has always been on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. I remember seeing one, I think it was like Niners Rams at the Edward Jones Dome when Harbaugh was the Niners coach. That's the last one I remember. Like that and drop kicks are just fun little rules. Have I ever told you about my drop kicking experience?
You have not, no.
So we had this amazing kicker in high school. His dad was a former, European soccer player. So
Uh-huh.
he's a great kicker. And he was good at drop kicking. So what we did on extra points was we would motion out the holder out wide. And if no one covered him, we throw for two. And if someone did, we'd drop kick it, and he never missed a drop kick, never. And it would usually account for a burn timeout every game. First time we did it,
Hmm.
it was cool. He was an elite drop kicker, man. It was awesome. Just how watching him do it was just so cool because you kind of like chest pass it against the ground and kick it really quick. It's really neat.
Hmm. Yeah, I can figure that out. There you go, though. Damn, I remember that tweet. Oh man, I lost it. Oh well.
What tweet?
Nothing. It was shoot. I'll find it later. I'll find it later. Okay, here we go. Um, Texans. Oh, sorry. Shall we hop into the picks? Rob.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, you won the week. So who's
Oh
going
my
first?
gosh, the Discord promised rumors tonight, but the guy in charge has a family emergency. I was hoping not to hear news about John Tay.
Over. All right, you won the week, so you pick first. Who's going
We're
first?
doing the classic left to right.
All right. Daniel, you're not here. Houston at Kansas City. Houston, 3.5 point dogs going into KC. KC finally covered last week.
Oh
They
my
did.
gosh, Kansas City's Houston's gonna get Mahomes injured.
Probably. This is not the team that Kansas City wants to face right now with the hobbled Mahomes. On that note, I'm back to fading KC at least against the spread, because they're actually playing a good team
I'm
now.
gonna go Houston as well here.
And then Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Pittsburgh wins this game. They clinch the AFC North. Worth noting there. They go into Baltimore, where Baltimore's dropping 6.5 points.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh just because the stakes. Just because the stakes, I think they're gonna play hard.
I think they're gonna win straight up. I think they're a better
Yeah.
team than Baltimore. They're getting 6.5 points. Give me
How
Pittsburgh.
emblematic is the spread for this game?
ATL -9. That's pretty good. Yeah, Giants,
Dude, I
Falcons,
might be getting a Falcons jersey, man.
in Atlanta. Number 9, favored by 9. It's weird a guy in his first career start. I don't know exactly what I'm getting out of him quite
Against a
yet, but
good
the
D line.
Giants are so bad.
Against a
Giants are
good D line, though.
they do have a good D line, but they're so bad. They're starting Tim Boyle. Falcons deep or no, sorry, they're starting Drew Lock. Who's that much better? Falcons defense, or sorry, no, no, yeah, the Falcons defense is still pretty good. I'll take Atlanta to cover. I think they pulled out.
Dome Penix, baby. Dome Penix.
There you go. Bears Lions rematch at Thanksgiving. This time in Chicago, where the Lions are 6.5 point faves.
Lions are really licking their wounds. Daniel always says the Bears playing tight. I'm gonna be taking the Lions here. Or Bears, 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 Bears.
Yeah, okay.
Let's
I was
go.
okay. Your analysis was telling me Bears, so I started plugging in Bears, and you said Lions. I was like, wait, what? Um, I don't know, man. The Bears are on such a rough
I
stretch
think the
right now.
Lions
They're
are gonna
playing
win.
horrible football. The Bears are playing horrible football right now, man. I gotta give it to the Lions on this one.
Brewski's starting on their D line right now.
Yeah, but the Bears are playing so bad right now, man. Bengals Browns. Bengals with a chance to firmly re-enter the in the hunt race. If they take care of business against Cleveland, 9-point favorites.
Oh God, 9 points.
Yeah, nine's too much for me, man. I mean, I hope they cover, certainly. It would make for a nice stress-free Sunday for me. But yeah, no,
I
nine's too
can't
much for me.
trust 9 points, man. In a
Hey, nine
divisional
points.
game.
Hey, but they are number nine.
True. And Burrow's number 9.
That was the joke. That
Oh, I
was
thought
the
they were
funny.
number 9 in their conference.
Oh, they probably are actually. Actually, I think they are number nine in the conference as well. So there you go. Tennessee, Indy, 3.5-point home favorites taking on the Mason Rudolph led Tennessee Titans.
Yuck.
There's Rudolph and they're worth Levis.
I guess I'll take the Colts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. We're kind of chalky today. But yeah, I'm with you.
I
Colts,
wonder
Titans are
how long
killing
Callahan
me.
lasts.
He might get fired after the season, man.
I think
He
they
he
give him
might be
another
one.
year.
He
I
might
think
be a
they give.
one and done. I don't know if he will be, but he might be.
I
Rams
think he'll get another year, but I just don't think he'll be a long-term successful head coach.
Rams Jets. Rams coming in playing good football at the moment. They come in dropping three on a flight to New York. Hey, a little LA versus New York matchup, a little World Series rematch
Only
here
by
with different
3?
teams.
They must know something.
Yeah, or it's just because it's a West Coast East Coast team. I don't
They
know.
played on Thursday.
That's true. Uh, Jets. No, I'm going with the Rams here. This feels comfortable.
Give me the Jets.
Alright. Eagles commies rematch of a Thursday night game from a few weeks ago. Philly just on an absolute tear right now. Despite the fact that there's apparently a bunch of infighting going on with the team, they are just
Yeah, that's
absolutely
right. The AJ Brown
killing
stuff.
teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes me think
Um,
of the Seahawks
yeah.
LOB era,
Yeah.
especially
But,
after the Super Bowl.
yeah. Philly favored by 3.5 here. Who you
You ever hear
got?
the story of Michael Bennett saying he was Russell Wilson to get a seat at a restaurant?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was Michael. He said he was Russell Wilson, and then Russell Wilson showed up.
Oh, rough. That's rough.
Dude, I honestly I kind of feel bad for Russell Wilson for being on a team with all those nutcases and being like,
Yeah.
oh, he isn't normal, you know, but he's more normal, I guess. He's not crazy in the id way, but definitely in the
Yeah.
ego way.
Right. All
Okay, it's my
right.
turn. Okay,
Yeah, Philly
I'm
favored by
gonna
three
go
and a half.
Philly. I'm gonna go Philly.
Yeah, I'm also going Philly. They're just playing too good football right now. Washington's starting to show some
See, we're
cracks.
playing right into Daniel's hand. He's gonna pick. He's gonna lone wolf everything.
Yeah, he's gonna lone wolf everything and get them all right. Um, let's see. Okay, here we go. Arizona, Carolina fell back down to earth a little bit this past week. Arizona dropping five.
It was like a 10-foot fall. Not
Right,
much.
exactly.
Not like they're in orbit.
They fell back down to earth from losing close games to good teams. They weren't winning, but they were losing close to good teams. So that was the fall.
I'm excited to
Man.
do our coaching tracker or our coaching predictions because that was really fun last year.
Yo, yeah, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Arizona, Carolina.
Me
Man,
calling that Canales shot. I can't believe
that
how
was
lucky. I
wild.
can't believe I got so lucky on that one.
Yeah. Trying to think. The two QBs in this game, if they stood on top of each other.
Who's taller? Definitely Kyler.
No. If they stood, if they like stood on top of each other, and then put a trench coat over.
It'd be the size of a normal
They
quarterback.
might be able to get onto a ride at a theme park.
Oh,
They
get into a PG-13 movie.
might be able, yeah, they might be able to get a PG-13 movie. There you go. Oh man, as far as the line, I don't know, man. That's actually kind of hard. I'll go Arizona. I feel okay. I think they know they need to keep winning to stay in the playoff race here, stay in the hunt for the West. They're close, so yeah, give me the Cards. I think they cover.
Hmm. I'm gonna go Cardinals here too.
All right. Your guys, you get to start. Minnesota, Seattle. Minnesota 3-point faves.
Give me the Seahawks. Bounce back time.
Um,
Darnold got
I
exposed
weirdly
last week.
also feel like the Seahawks win this game. I don't know. I have a good
Okay,
feeling about it.
it's definitely a must win.
Yeah, right. Especially with the Rams playing the freaking Jets. Yeah, this is might shoot. We might get to a point. I mean, who did the Seahawks play in Week 17? Oh, they played the Bears. That's right. They played the Bears. Okay. I was gonna say who the Rams play in Week 17. That's the question.
Hmm.
Because you're looking at a
I think it's an easy team.
Cardinals.
Okay,
Oh,
come on, do it again. Do it again, please. Please pull them out again.
interesting. All right, the NFC West is gonna be fun down the
It is
stretch.
going
That'll
to be
be
fun to
interesting to
shake
see.
out.
Um, New England Buffalo. Buffalo
Oh
needs to
God,
keep
14. That
needs to
feels
keep
low.
winning. Yeah, right. I was gonna say Buffalo just needs to keep winning to keep pace and win the potentially get the number one seed if Kansas City can drop a few games here. Um, so here let's go Buffalo. I think they cover. Way they playing right now.
I'm gonna go Buffalo. I honestly I feel like this is even too small.
All right,
Oh God.
Maxonville coming off of loss to the Jets. They're going to Vegas. Man, what a bunch of games the Jags got down the stretch. If Trevor Lawrence was healthy, I mean, not to say they would have
Yeah,
gone back in the playoff race, but they would have been competitive. I mean, it's like
yeah, absolutely.
they could have they beat the Titans. They got the Jets. They got the frickin' Raiders here. Who they got next week? They got the Titans again next week. Then they finished with the Colts. They could have gone back in it with Trevor Lawrence still healthy. But no. But no. I the tweet I was looking for was the Superman one that you retweeted.
Yes.
I didn't even realize it was you who retweeted it. I was like, man, I gotta send this to Rob after the pod. This is funny.
Great minds think alike.
It was on my timeline. I was looking for it in my recommended. That's why I was like
I was
looking
gonna
down at my
send it to you after
phone.
the pod.
Oh, I was looking at
that's
some of
that's
the
that's our kind of humor, man. That's our kind of humor.
I was looking at the replies in the thread and I was like, this is so funny. I gotta put this in the thread. I thought about bringing it up on the pod and I was like, that would be a sidetrack right there. And we are the sidetrack podcast, but no, gotta stay on task here. But then I
Yeah,
was like, oh crap, I lost.
the tweet in question is a clip from the new
Oh,
Superman trailer, and it's like, what do the anti-Superman people think he's gonna do to them if he finds out? Something like
here,
that.
here we go. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up for me because if you're part if you were part of this anti-Superman crowd, what kind of things do you think you'd yell at him? Personally, I'd go, "Durr, I'm Duperman, durr."
See, I wouldn't fuck with being an anti-Superman crowd because he can laser me to ashes.
Yeah, but Superman's not Homelander though. Superman would just kind of deal with it.
Yeah, he's above that.
If he was Homelander, yeah, no, I would not want to be an anti-Homelander
Whoa,
guy
look at
if
that
he was
ad,
real in our
Bo.
universe. Oh yeah, look at that. Rock, look at that.
Rock paper
Okay.
sizzle. Oh,
Rock paper scissors. Your mom make those underpants? I don't. I
Super
don't.
with the hard R.
Your head is too bouncy. That was one of my favorites. Your
Yeah,
head
that's a
is too
good one.
bouncy. Does
That's
the
a good
S stand for stupid?
one.
Great tweet. I bet the S stands for soy. ET go home. Who watches the Watchmen? Underwear goes under the
Underwear
pants.
goes under the pants. Yeah,
Go chew a
super
green rock.
dork.
Super dork. Fascist man. Wow, how do people think Superman's a N-word? Jeez,
Superman
man.
is a. You know what? You know what Superman is, right?
No,
He's a
he's an
golem.
alien.
He's a golem.
What's a go? What's a golem? What?
Oh, you know the golem stories. So, it's a Jewish folklore that in Budapest, a rabbi during like some pogroms created a golem out of clay and wrote the word truth on its head, and it came to life and protected the Jews. But it made the people in the city even more angry, and he had to destroy the golem. The golem was force of good. It's like, why are you killing me? Why are you killing me? And I mean, Jews wrote Superman. There is the the symbol on his chest. It's a golem story,
Yeah.
but
What
that
is
is
Batman?
especially with the history of the Holocaust. The golem story brings even more meaning.
Right.
So,
Wasn't
what
Superman
does
created
Superman's
before the
at
Holocaust, though?
Kal? Does that mean
Kal-El?
truth?
I
Does it
think
mean truth?
Kal-El. I have no idea.
Look up what Kal means. If it means truth, then I mean that's your answer.
Kal-El mean in Hebrew. Voice of God.
Voice of God. Well, yeah, that definitely tells you
Yeah.
what he's meaning.
Voice. Yeah, voice. Yeah, voice of God. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that tells you he's a golem right there.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder what that makes Batman.
Doesn't I don't think there's anything special going on with
No,
Batman.
I think Batman's just badass and the best superhero. Well, who said that?
Yeah, you can see golems in a lot of stories. There's a lot of parallels with other stories written by Jewish people.
There you go. They're historical. And we're getting historical in the podcast this week.
Yeah, I took your quiz. Yeah,
Yeah. Got a 32 out of
coming
50.
off the couch. Coming off the
Come
couch.
off the couch. That's true. That's true. Coming off the couch. Fair enough.
Against stuff I never was taught. I
Fair
really
enough.
didn't. I hardly learned any. The only European history I learned was Spain in the eras before and after, or during and after Muslim rule. Uh, stuff right before Columbus went over. That's about it. A little bit of Franco's time, how horrible guy he was, bad guy. Um, I wish they would have taught us more about the Spanish Civil War. That would have been cool to learn about. Watched a movie about it in 12th grade. That was pretty good.
What's the S stand for? Stupid. And then I'd throw my hot pretzel at him.
Well, that's a big waste of a hot pretzel.
I know, right?
Hot pretzels are great. Throw a hot dog at them. Hot dogs suck,
Wow.
especially if you're in New York. Just some cart. Ugh.
All right, we got to talk about Maxonville. We got seriously started trying. So we got Mac Jones versus Aiden O'Connell, just absolute barn burner. We're all gonna be watching this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, everyone knows which games people are going to be watching.
Yeah,
It's going to be. Honestly, I think we might be the biggest draw.
probably not
For a second,
America's
I
game
thought it
of the
was
week though.
Bills Chiefs again for some reason. I was like, wait, no,
Oh,
it's not. Are they wearing red? That's awesome.
yeah, the Bills are wearing their red unis. Yep.
Nice. I love those. All right, my pick,
Uh,
right? Okay.
yeah, you're leading us off.
I'm just gonna go points here. If I these teams both suck, so I'm just gonna take the points.
I agree. I just think the Jags are a much better team, honestly. Not a much better team, but
They're better
oh no,
than the
they're
Raiders.
competitive. They're
I think the
competitive. The
Raiders
Rangers are
probably have the
dog
least talent
shit.
on out of any team.
Yeah, yeah, probably. especially if Crosby's hurt. It sounds like he might be.
Oh
I think it
God,
sounds like he was.
that's a punishment game if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
That or Indy, Tennessee.
Yeah, Las Vegas, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, a quintessential. Jackson. Okay, I gotta say something. I know we've pointed this out before. What is with Jacksonville? Like as a team, they will have one good year
And
every
then
like six
stink.
or 7 years. Then they'll have a letdown year where they're kind of mediocre, and then
And
they'll
then
be
putrid,
horrible for five
putrid.
years, and then they'll be good again out of nowhere, and then they'll have their letdown year, and then they'll be horrible again for 5 years. It's like the eternal cycle of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's kind of funny, actually. I would hate to be a fan of theirs. Um. Anyways, San Francisco, Miami. Miami favored by one. We are in December, which is usually when the Dolphins freeze up. However, this is at home, and the Niners are really bad. I could also see the Niners winning this game straight up, though. Uh,
What time is sunset in Miami? 6?
oh, that's a good question, actually. Probably a little bit after where it is here. It's probably like 7-ish. I don't know. Where do I go in this one? Because like I could see San Francisco winning straight up. How did Miami do in home games in December last year? That's how I'm gonna make this decision. Wikipedia 2023. Wait, that's 2024. 2023 Miami Dolphins. Home games in December last year. They lost the Titans, beat the Jets, beat the Cowboys, lost the Bills. Give me the Niners. Robbie.
Give me the Dolphins. Long trip. Hot.
It's
Humid.
gonna be
Humid.
like 60. Okay, yeah, I'll be humid. I was gonna say it's probably be like 60.
I don't know. Late season Florida games have consistently fucked the Seahawks, even afternoon games. Just like stamina wise.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Cowboys Bucks on Sunday night. Bucks 4-point favorites in Dallas. That's a you to lead off.
I'm gonna go Bucks here.
Yeah, they're playing really good football at the moment. I also just think they're a better overall team than the Cowboys. And now that Mike Evans is back and healthy, he's been on an absolute tear, which is great timing because I need him in the fantasy playoffs. So thank you, Michael, for getting healthy. I appreciate that. I know that was the main reason you came back was to help me in fantasy, and I really appreciate that. And then the last one, Green Bay, New Orleans, Green Bay, 14.5-point favorites. This seems like a lot, and it is, but also the Saints are starting Spencer Rattler, and this is Green Bay on a night game in late December. I actually think Green Bay covers.
Yeah, I think so too. They just don't lose a Lambeau, and it's gonna be cold,
It's gonna be
and the
very
Saints
cold.
suck.
Has Spencer Rattler ever played in a game that cold? Probably not.
Probably never in his life.
No, I mean he's from Arizona.
Played at Norman
Played at Norman, Oklahoma, and
in South Carolina.
in South Carolina. Now playing in New Orleans. He might never been in a place that
He's
cold.
gonna freeze.
He might freeze to death. Look out for Spencer Rattler, man. Make sure he's got a hand warmer nearby
Give him a big puffy coat.
and a big puffy coat. That's right.
Those things look so
Ah,
comfortable, man. I've never worn
they
them.
do. Man, we are almost to the end here.
Oh my god.
I remember back when we were picking this game, we were like, man, all these weeks. And now we only got 3 more charts to fill out. And then we got
I need
more
to
to fill
start
out
betting
after
on
that.
every game. I'd be making some money.
Yeah. We both may make some money. We're both in the green for this season. Daniel's not
What am
though.
I? I'm like up 25,
That's true. That's pretty good.
23. Still
Pretty
pretty
good
damn
return.
good.
Yeah, no, it's really good. That's fantastic. So there you go. Well, that's it
Wait,
then.
no,
That's,
no.
that's not
I'm up 30.
33. Yeah, 33.
Jeez.
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I'm
That's
up
pretty
21.
damn good.
Yeah, I'm up 20. No, no, I'm up 11. Oh yeah, because yeah, it flips every win is a one that's not a loss. So yeah,
I'm pretty happy with those results, man.
yeah. No, you've been killing it. Especially if you've kept the momentum alive. I had like one or two bad weeks and it screwed me over.
Yeah, no, I've been hot lately. I've been hot.
I was
That's what
right on your
being
tail.
unemployed
There's
does for
one
you.
week. This week I yeah, no, what week is it?
That
There's a
was
week
probably
in
it. That was
here.
definitely it.
Oh yeah, here we go. So we were tied after week 8. We were tied after week 8.
And then I have an
And
insane week.
then you had 11, 4, 9, 6, and 9. I fell apart in week 9.
That's probably my best week ever.
Yeah, let's see. Unless you had a 12 and 4 in here. I had a really insanely good
You
week
did. You
1.2.
did.
Week 2. Week 2 was rough.
Ooh, early season, my friend.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh
I
gosh, I had a rough one
oh,
there too.
maybe it was a college week. 12 and 4. There you
There
go.
you
I have
go.
a 12 and
That's a
4 week in
good
there.
week.
Yeah, that's what brought me back even with you. That's where it was.
And I had
Yeah.
11-5 week.
Yeah, and then I lost it
11-4.
all in one. And then I also lost it all.
I've just kept my momentum.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, alrighty then. That is it for this
Very
edition of the
nice.
West Coast Draft Podcast. Just over an hour. Just over an hour. So there you go. We're on not quite as long as last night, but
Delayed start from having to take a final exam.
there you go. There you go.
And see,
Well,
I did that in 10 minutes, five
that is
minutes.
also true. That is also true. If you actually thought about it, and there were a couple where it's like
I
if you
just
thought
didn't read
about
the
it a little bit
question.
longer, yeah, if you'd read the question better, you would have gotten it right.
That's always
Which,
tripped me up in my years. I always take them too quick.
yeah. Well, closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen.
If one of us gets class average, all of us gets class average. If one of us gets like, all of us get like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks, and study for your test if you're listening to this and